I was in Florida.
Danvers. My name is Mark Zuberek, and welcome to the Topics of the Town news. Today, I have three great candidates
Handsome
for
devils.
commentators. We have Tony Betancourt, Jim Morose, and Bill Kossawan. Now, Bill Kossawan also holds the position of Beverly Airport Commissioner.
Yes.
So we're going to be investigating.
We're going to be
you
drilling
today.
them.
We're going to drill on them. Right. So, welcome to the Topics of the Town, and the agenda and opinions are solely by the Topics of the Town host, guests, and commentators. Now, as you've noted in the past few shows, we have embarked on a new question and comments from the audience. And our best comments and questions come from Market Basket, Stop and Shop, when you bump into the neighbors that have been watching the show.
Well, that I believe.
So, last two shows, we've had Al Cappy on as the winner of the hat, and I still have the hat at home.
Oh, okay.
So, Al, whenever you're ready, I can get that to you, and we'll start wearing the hat for the 250th anniversary.
I got a good idea. Give it to Bill. Someone can fly over the house and just drop the hat in the driveway.
Solution. There you go.
But you don't have a helicopter.
Airdrop.
I mean, they drop them in
They always go
Iran.
over the house.
We got to get a drone. Get a drone.
I got one of those too.
Well, I have found, and I've created this question. 250th celebration is not happening in Danvers at all. No parade, no speeches, no commemoration. Why do our democratically elected officials believe in this country or nation? Do they believe in this country or nation? Where is our patriotism? Does an immigrant have to show the way? And that's me.
May I make a slight correction?
Yes.
I did something for Rev 250.
Yes, but you did that on your own. But you're a legal resident of the United States. See, I'm just an immigrant that's been naturalized, and I celebrate the patriotism.
I'm also
Look
an
at
immigrant. I'm
look
also
at
an
our
immigrant.
flag in the back. We have the U.S. flag with the 50 stars, and then we have the Revolutionary flag. And now we have Jim Morose
have the
with
Patriot.
his tri-hat.
By the way, that's the Betsy Ross flag.
What is? The 13 flag?
Yeah.
13 stars?
Yeah.
Betsy Ross flag. Okay.
That's a.
I
wow,
stand
those guys.
corrected.
Well, that's what a lot of people refer to it.
Wow.
She's the one who sewed it together.
Okay.
This flag has been around since sometimes in the early 1900s. And it's been bouncing all over the place in attics and cellars and everywhere else. But I was able to get one. Nothing on the marketplace anymore. They-
Really?
You're absolutely right. It's totally dead. It's
You know
kind of
what the truth
disgusting
is?
and depressing that people aren't
I'm sorry.
reacting to it. But
So the
be it.
well, the what it sounds like on the news media, they're canceling all the celebrations. I mean, there are towns in the western part of the state that are basically canceling the fireworks, canceling the demonstrations, the parades.
Well, yeah, Mark. I mean, it's kind of funny what they report. You know what I mean? So they will report things that make, because Trump is making a big deal about the 250-year celebration. Washington, D.C. is the buzz. He cleaned up the reflecting pool. He cleaned up Washington, D.C. It's safe, and everything's going, and they're having big celebrations there. They're going to have everything going on. And because Trump is doing that, all these cities are going, well, no, we don't want to celebrate 250 because Trump is doing it. I mean, this Trump derangement syndrome
There you go.
on big scale. And the press will report that, but they won't report anything else about it.
Well-
And so Danvers never really did anything. We always had, hey, when my kids were young in the 1980s, 2 years in a row, we won the Horribles Day Parade for best
And
floats.
that's where that's
go.
where I'm
There you go.
going with this thing, because I was asked whether they should come to the Horribles Parade on 4th of July and go along with the kids. But I think this year we're going to have a lot of demonstrations and signs.
You think so?
Oh, I think so too.
Well, like what? What do you mean demonstrations and signs? Like what?
Well, tax increases, 2.5 overrides.
Well, that's it. They're crying. They have no money, so they're
That's
looking
right.
for money. That's the whole 9 yards. If someone opens up their pocketbook, they have a parade.
The town hall, in its wisdom, came out with a newspaper release before the budget was submitted. Oh, we're so desperate on funds that
They're all
we're
crying.
not going to be able to fund our streets
Yes.
or anything. And then all of a sudden they had $13.8 million of free cash that was saved from the previous year.
Right. And they have to make it look bad.
And they
That's
spent
why.
it all.
Exactly. Next year they want more than 13. They want 14 or 15. You know how it is. It's crazy, you know?
All right,
Okay,
the
so
only,
I just, just the simple, there's an equation, there's a formula for budget cuts. And the formula is, if you make the state or the town hall or the state or the feds cut the budget, then they cut the things that hurt you the most.
Exactly.
that's right.
And
To
they're
make
never
it-
going to cut their pay.
No.
They're never going to cut any of their
They're going to
benefits.
start with the school children.
So no, yeah, exactly.
That's
so
where
they
they're gonna
wanted to
start,
Say, oh,
okay?
you mean evil
Whoa,
taxpayers.
you mean people.
My contribution is, we pay people
But it's
too much in
true.
this town.
Wait a minute, guys. Wait a minute. There's
I'm
a
listening.
words of wisdom coming.
Okay. Let's
Okay,
get-
we are paying certain people in this town way too much money. Our town manager makes more money than the governor.
Right.
Now consider that for a moment. One person in charge of a community of 29,000 is making more money than the governor.
Right. But
I used
what
to
does
joke.
that
I
tell
used
you?
to joke about that
Yeah.
when Wayne Marquis was town manager, and I'd say everybody say Wayne Marquis should run for governor. I said, why would he? He'd have to take a
They-
pay
they-
cut.
It's true. You're laughing, but here we go. So we should be in good shape, right?
Exactly.
Well, look at I think Quincy, the mayor is asking for a $310,000 increase
For what? Salary?
for his salary.
Wow. That's,
But he's letting it ride for now. But he wants it assigned and shown for his retirement.
but
Okay, but
So
another.
they're all padding their.
Yeah, but another thing that Danvers does, we talked about this before we got on the air, is the reading of the Fourth of July,
July.
the reading of the Declaration of Independence. So, do you know when that happens?
I think it's going to, well,
It's
it'll
the
be
4th
held
of July.
On the 4th of July,
What
but
day
there's
is that?
something else going on. It's either the 6th or the 8th. I forget which date. The date of there's a concert at the same time.
Right.
Because, I mean, that's what we're celebrating. Technically, we're celebrating the Declaration of Independence, and we really need to understand what this document means. And one of the things that I wanted to talk about today, we'll
Go
go
ahead.
through with all this, but the Declaration of Independence goes through this whole thing about where our rights come from, from our Creator, and there's lists 27 reasons why the King has violated our natural God-given rights, and one of which I want to quote right now. They all start out with "He has refused," he being the King. There's 27 things that the King did, but this one I just thought was kind of apropos for today's society. He has erected a multitude of new officers and sent them hither, swarms of officers, to harass our people and eat out their sustenance. And that's what's happening with all these unfunded mandates. We got the EPA, we got MBTA zoning, we got all this crap, mandates coming down from the feds, from the states, and even the, what do you call it, the UN.
Well, that's right.
And it's all part of this stupid green communities. You're going to talk about that later?
Yes, we are.
Okay, I'm going to
Yes, we
shut
are.
up then. I'll
And-
wait till we get there.
But what I
people
wanted,
better wake up. That's all I got to
true,
say.
Jim, what I wanted to add is that in 1776 we had the king that was imposing a lot of this, restrictions.
Right.
Now we have a queen that's running this state, and look at what's happening. The queen is running away with it, spending all of our money on illegal immigration, and then they don't have anything for the towns because we pay our taxes to the state, but nothing comes back.
Well, the other problem is when you look at all the fraud that's being exposed,
that's another problem.
billions upon billions upon billions of dollars of fraud. Our taxes would be so much lower if they could just cut out the fraud. Even if we paid for all this stupidity, it's the fraud that's killing us.
But
and
look
they're
at-
leaking money like the MWRA leaks water from the res.
Look at the auditor trying to get to the bottom of where the money is being spent and who's receiving it and how it's being distributed to the illegals, for one thing. And the thing is that people don't mind paying taxes if they're spent for the right purpose.
No question. Oh, look at
And
our streets.
so
Terrible.
the only thing that I can attest to right now is that there is going to be a reading of the Declaration of Independence.
Mhm.
However, it used to be at noon on the 4th of July at the park
Pavilion.
pavilion by the library.
Mhm.
And hopefully that happens again, but there's been some discussion about
Yes.
different locations. It should be traditional, and it should happen on 4th of July at noon.
That's right.
And
it.
we should all be there to read a line or two.
Mhm.
Maybe we can get to the Queen.
Maybe we can have them cook hot dogs and
Not
hamburgers for
gonna
us.
happen.
All right. So, the next item that I want to address, and just to bring everybody up to date, is that we have had very nice celebrations in the past, and I just got a copy of the, Bill Clark's father on the cover of
Oh,
this magazine, but it's a demonstration of what actually happened during the 200th anniversary of the celebration.
Look at that. They didn't even have much money back then, but look what they put out.
That's right,
That's the problem.
because
Today they got a lot
people
more money. No
because
magazine.
people cared. Now, what I intend to do is, I think the next select board meeting is on
That's in good
June
shape.
18th, which is on a Thursday this time.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm going to ask my question over again. What are we doing about celebrating the 250th? Because last time I mentioned that, about a month ago, it was poo-pooed and go away. Don't bother us.
Well, they don't want to do extra work. That's the
No,
problem.
they don't want to do anything.
Right, exactly.
I think there's
That's in good shape. That's in
Yeah,
real good
yeah.
shape.
No one wants to talk about the elephant in the room.
yeah.
I mean, how many Pride events do we have in all month?
Oh, God.
Every year, and this is a once in 250 years, and they can't take time to
That's right.
You know what we got to do?
to celebrate America.
You got to put pride into it.
Well,
Oh.
there you go.
Oh, don't start that. We're going to have
I'm telling you,
Okay.
we might get somewhere.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Well,
Next item. So I have a announcement and continuation of my Richard Trask, the archivist of Danvers. I have a 7-part discussion with Richard Trask in regard to the history of Danvers as far back as the Mayflower, and that's where we started on this thing.
Really?
It was
Wow.
very interesting.
Wow.
Richard Trask and his family go back to the Mayflower.
Wow.
And I say on the first installment that we both came on the boat, but it depends on which boat.
Well, that's true too.
So it was fun
what was
doing
his
this.
original name? His relative on the boat.
It was Trask.
Oh,
Trask.
it was
Yeah.
Trask.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
That's what he
I
said.
okay.
Wow.
So
That's pretty impressive.
I'm releasing, or Ginny has released the second part as of June of 2026, and then we'll release the following parts every 2 weeks, and at the end we'll run the whole. It's 3.5, 4 hours, and I don't want to sit through that discussion, but I think it's a good history lesson from a different perspective.
Well, if you put it on as a series, I mean, that would be great. I mean, for
That's
someone to watch,
exactly
that's a
what
good
it
thing,
is.
You know?
Yep.
And if you do it, an hour at a time, whatever, it's not that bad. Someone might watch it.
Well, if you ever get to Plymouth, they have the Founding Fathers Monument. It's about 70 feet tall,
Yeah.
and it lists all the names of all the families that came
Oh,
over.
really?
And it's a really quite an amazing monument, and it goes over all the virtues and
Oh, yeah,
everything.
it's
that-
across the street from where the Mayflower is, right?
Well,
The
it's
rock,
on the other
where
side
the
of
rock
town.
is.
It's on the
Okay.
other side of
Okay,
town,
that
and it's
sounds-
way out
right, I know.
behind. Yeah, yeah.
Because if you go to the plantation, that's way out. The
Yeah.
plantation.
It's a beautiful, beautiful monument.
But it's history that we
Yes.
need to experience from a different perspective. So that's enough for
Well,
that.
you know something though, Mark? Here's the truth, right? And I'm being honest with you. You came over for a better life, which you did get a better life. But now if you go back where you came from, they're living better over there than we are here.
Absolutely.
That's the sad part.
That's not necessarily true.
It
Yes,
is
it
true.
is. I'm telling you.
it's not
I never
necessary.
believed it.
Have you been back to Poland?
No, and
I went back after the checkpoint Charlie was installed, and the U.S. Forces were at the guard on the checkpoint Charlie, and that was during the Cold War. I mean, you can see at the border the difference on East Germany and West Germany, because it was all suited. A suit was, covering all of the buildings. They were not maintained. They were industrial type buildings that they were building, and the people were just trodden down.
Go on.
But the Polacks were able to get an economy going on dollars. When I went back, my translation of the dollar to the Polish zloty was officially by government was 30 to 1. 30 zloty to $1. But guess what? I was smart enough to go to the local parish, sit down and talk to the priest. I got 300 to 1. Because the Polish church was so strong in the country, and they wanted the currency of the West. And they were able to handle that.
so what did you do with your great windfall?
I spent it.
Yeah, okay.
I mean,
It
my mother
doesn't
used
take
back
much
every year.
to spend it over there.
It's brutal, you know.
All right. Next story I have is we yesterday or day before went to Crescent Cook to the Superfund site. And Ben, if you can put on that little movie, I just wanted to show everyone that,
Did you film something?
yes,
All right.
I filmed it. This
Tell me.
was a show and tell by the federal EPA government agency.
I can talk about this stuff and this
And
stuff.
what they were telling us, this is what they did, and there's a write-up and everything else, and we can go on site, but you cannot go very far
That I believe.
because
I'm surprised they let you film it.
oh no, they have no restrictions
Really?
at all,
I'm surprised.
but they won't let you across the waterway.
Yeah, see those buildings in the background, those are the buildings that were built right on Crescent Cook land.
Yes.
And then right behind that fence with the black, that's the Polish club
Okay,
is
that's what I
right there.
thought.
Yeah,
Right.
the Polish club.
That's where he parked.
Right
I saw
at
it in
the
the
back
comments.
of Davis Street.
I park there all the time. They can't
Oh,
tell
yeah,
me.
I didn't realize that, yeah.
Yeah, so that's where they are. And when you look over the side of the street, they show you the river. That's where Clinton Avenue is. And all
Right, yeah,
the,
that's-
So
that
what is the
neighborhood.
big plant?
They used
I
to have a
didn't
lot of
realize it was
trains
the
come back in
Superfund.
the
I
old
knew
days,
it
I
was
imagine. I mean, I
a
never.
major
I never really
contaminated
seen it.
area, but is this gonna turn into another love
Is there
canal?
audio with this?
No, this is the report, and I'll share that
probably had
with
to pay
you
extra
if
for
you
the
want to
audio.
read it. However, this Superfund site was cleaned up to a point where they went below grade to a limited number of inches or feet,
Okay.
and they scraped everything off. But they did not remove any of it from the site. All they did is piled up I think
Big mound, right?
500 feet by 1,500 feet by 45-foot high pile of
It's
dirt.
right there.
That's right. There it is.
And you can see it from 128.
Yes, it's perfect
Yeah.
embankment in case a truck wants to crash.
And,
outside.
right,
they-
that's
and
right.
that is not even the total height yet, because what they told us
It's going higher.
is it's going higher.
Wow.
But the thing is going to be capped with 2 feet of clean soil. I don't know where they're going to get clean soil, but that's what their promise is. This is a $40 million project that is being funded by the federal government to clean up that land. The only question that I have, and several people mentioned the same question, is what's going to happen with it after it's done?
Right.
Because right now it's restricted. You
How many
cannot
acres?
go on there.
How many acres are there?
I don't.
I don't know either. It looks like a big
it's in the
parcel.
report.
No, it's a big parcel. That's what I'm
Yep.
saying. It looks pretty big.
It's but the biggest parcel is on the other side of the water, of the river there, and it is below BJ's parking
Right,
lot.
yeah, okay.
And that's where the development is gonna happen. It's not gonna happen on this side because this side is only cleaned on the surface, so they don't go deep enough. So the foundations, look at the
Well, it's all
condos.
built up on this side anyway.
Well,
Everything's
it
built.
is, but look at the condos that are behind the Polish Club.
Well,
They had
well,
to
yeah.
go in and excavate all of the dirt around the foundations.
Well, that was the other thing. There was a couple of people I was, listening. They were asking questions about the riverbed, and they said, "Well, that's phase 3. We haven't got there yet. We started taking samples," and so they're talking. I said, "Well, where did you take the samples, and how deep did you go?" And he said, "Well, we went down 8 inches." And I'm there, 8 inches. I mean, of course, he said that. Well, he said there's a formula. There's always a formula, right?
Yes.
That's that you don't, so that, how many inches per year or per decade? You know
They
what
go
I mean?
by the book.
And so
Yep.
they went to when when Crease and Cook was active and when it started, and so that's 8 inches. And I said,
When
okay.
approximately did Crease and Cook start there?
I don't know. I'm gonna say the 40s, but I'm not sure exactly. I'm not 100%
Oh, it was
sure.
before
I
that.
think it was
so?
before that.
Yeah,
I
it
don't,
was
I don't know.
before that.
I'm being honest with you.
The history's in here.
Yeah.
I didn't prepare for
The reason
that
why
at
they
the-
did that is because they had the water. They can get the water from the
Yep.
that's the reason why. All the tanneries were all alongside, canal or something.
And
to
they
that
had
effect.
all kinds of bridges and
yeah.
things like that. and-
That's
My
it.
grandfather, my uncles all worked there. When we were kids, we used, you have park playground and you used to collect money and you get down there at the break time. And boy, they were very generous.
And I understand
Yes, they
that
were, they were, yeah.
many
So-
of the residents from Water Street and
Yeah.
Clinton Ave and,
Yeah.
and there in that area were used to go swimming in the river.
and they come out different
John
colors.
Toomey
They
was
come out
a-
different
Yeah.
colors.
Yeah.
And speaking of John Toomey, I remember when we went through this original presentation by the feds, we went through the whole town of Danvers and isolated all of the locations where leather shops or leather tanneries or leather associated activities were taking place. And there are 25 items or areas that we were able to
Wow.
identify,
Really?
and there's a
Not many, I didn't
map
realize that. Wow.
that John and I
Wow.
put together. John put together basically
Wow.
because he goes back to the time when everything was going on.
Yeah.
So I think we have submitted that map to the federal EPA, but they haven't even responded. And that was 8 years ago, I think.
Yeah. They don't want to open that
No,
can
they
of
don't wanna-
worms.
they don't
It's,
It's too big. I mean, that's the thing.
The thing is that at that
Well-
time, cancer scare was going around, and people are suspicious of what's going on.
If I said this once, I said it 1,000 times, but I'll say it again. Danvers wasn't built on rock and roll. It was built on arsenic and chromium.
Right.
Maybe
All right,
that's why- maybe that's why the onions grew real quick.
Bill, what I'm going to do is let
Yeah.
you take a look at this thing as
Thank you.
treat it as a library.
Yes, sir.
I've been guarding this thing for years.
It's a homework assignment.
but
It's
the
gonna
other
be
day-
50% of your grade.
All right. Now, I have an item in here, item number 3, but I'm going to skip on that. This is in regards to the town moderator and the results of the town meeting and the clicker system for voting. I'm going to
Still
leave
doing the
that alone.
clicker thing?
Yes.
How many?
That's
I wonder-
not going to go away.
I hope it comes back.
It's
It has
not
come
going to
back.
go away. Even if I have to get it back on there. But I think there's enough people that are very concerned about it.
I don't understand how it didn't pass. I just don't understand. What was it? Do you know what the count was by any chance?
Oh, yeah, it was like 70 to 51.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Somebody
But that
actually
was
vote
for the
against that?
amendment, yes.
Hey,
70
come
to-
on,
yeah.
man. Are you serious though?
Okay, you know how lemmings are, right? Okay, so when certain people lead the pack of the lemmings, then everyone else just follows. That's all.
I heard they changed the vote. the
Now,
way it
now
was
I'm really going to be
calculated
in
or something.
trouble.
Yeah.
No, You're only telling the truth. That's all. You're only telling the truth. That's all.
All right. The fourth item I have is the Danvers electric rate changes. I am going to hold this over for the next show because there's no response from Danvers Electric yet. So we'll take care of
Don't
that.
get me started about those people.
Well, you can come to the next meeting with me if you want. You can be the cameraman.
Yeah,
Have you ever gone down to pay your bill?
Oh,
in
yeah.
person? Really?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I won't say what I think.
So that's the Danvers Electric. Open meeting law violations, that's another one that's still under advisement by the Attorney General. And they have asked for further information. And I don't know what they have asked from the town, but I supplied my piece. And that's some, you know, the open meeting law violation, the only thing that I have asked for that is give these committees some training on how to handle these kinds of comments from the public. And there are rules and regulations that I have to follow.
Well, it goes back to what I read from the
Go ahead.
from the Constitution, right? They erected a multitude of offices. They have meetings upon meetings upon meetings upon meetings, and nobody can keep track of what the heck is going on. And to add insult to injury, they don't even follow their own rules. Well, they don't have to. Prime example, Congress lies to us 255,000 times a day. But if you say one lie to Congress, you're a felon and you're going to jail.
You go to
Okay,
jail,
so you
right.
tell me what's wrong with this picture.
Well,
What's wrong with that picture?
I have defined the open meeting
Comes all the way
law
down to
request.
town and city hall,
And
basically.
all they have to do is comply with it. And I understand that they have had a meeting of all of the town employees.
I did hear that.
In one room. How the hell do they expect them to be trained in a gang format? I mean, come on. This is not what it's about. It's the committees, it's the town manager that needs some training on open meeting laws.
The problem is they didn't have enough money to extend it longer.
Well, you give them more money and they'll spend more.
Well, they have canned, what do you call them? Courses and programs.
Training, yeah.
When I was working in corporate America, they had a training course for everything,
Yeah, they do.
especially insider trading and, and SEC
that's another, yeah.
and all that stuff. But we have to watch out for that. But Pelosi and the crew up there, they go in as paupers and come out as millionaires because they play the.
If I may, on this
Go
subject
ahead.
a little bit. Okay, on this business. Basically, training consists of, if you see something, say something, and that's how I see it. Ultimately, the finite machinations of what's to be done resides in the hands of the lawyers. We had a very small situation at our fishing game club last month where somebody had said something, a lie, and stood by it, and finally we wound up dedicating a whole meeting that was dictated by lawyers. We ran up like a $6,000 bill just on how to respond to the situation. So, again, if you see something, say something, but ultimately, the actual way to handle it is in the hands of lawyers, and it's very expensive. And I recognized it the second I saw it. We had people getting all bent out of shape, but no, it's, you see something, say something, and after that, just recognize you're opening up a very expensive can of worms.
Well, that's what the town is afraid of, but they do not comply with the laws that are in place. And the Attorney General has been in the town of Danvers at several occasions to explain the situation of what kind of training they should be getting. The thing is, we have committees that are being appointed by the town manager. The town manager doesn't know the basics, and she is ruling the roost of committees that are affecting our directly affecting our lives.
Well,
And the thing is, we have no opportunity to respond because they can shut you up. And that's what happens. A lot of times, people, the general public, is afraid to come before a board
Well, it's true.
because they're being criticized and sent packing because that committee thinks that they're in charge.
And according to the Bill of Rights, you only have 3 minutes for your free speech.
That's another. That's my next subject. But the thing is, the
That's how to
thing
get you out of
is,
there quick.
the thing is that they forget that if there is a ruling against the town in regard to this, there are consequences that are fines by the Attorney General because we're not following the rules. And the thing is, the Board of Selectmen is a flagrant offender, and the school committee is a flagrant offender of access to the general public, and then they complain, nobody comes to our meeting.
Let me
Well,
jump
hold
in
it.
there on this
Go
one.
for it.
You're finally touching my button.
I know.
Oh, I got a button.
Yeah, you did. You did. This is a commentary, not a criticism, although it could be interpreted as such. Okay. Our whole top layer of administration and management in this town, okay, is either too busy or can't be bothered. They don't come prepared, okay, for a meeting. And as a result, nothing gets accomplished. And what do I mean by that? Best example, when you go to school, what is the purpose of a teacher? A teacher is there to help you read a book. And you're supposed to read the book beforehand and then go to class with your questions. That's how your government is supposed to work too.
Yep.
They're not doing that. Ergo, you get in there, you say something, and you get crickets response because they're not prepared. They're too busy or distracted. Again, this is a comment, not a criticism. And as a result, the machinery of administration bogs down until finally you get into a real bad situation.
Well, it's a two-way street. See, the problem is that's the top end
I
problem.
agree with that.
The other problem is citizens, I included. You're fat, dumb, and happy living your life, and all of a sudden something happens, and then you try to get redress at town hall, and it's like you're walking into an alien planet. What the hell is this? And then it takes years to figure out. Oh, so you have to do it stupidly. You have to follow this Oh, you just can't take people's information and act on it? No, you can't do
Let
that.
me respond to what you just said.
I love this.
For my Rev 250 project, I had a painting restored. Okay, and I thought, how difficult could that be? The Historical Society has had me prepare a story of what I had to go through to get the mural restored, and the actual restoral of the mural is not the story.
Wow.
I wound
It's
up
the
going.
process, yeah.
We wound up having meetings at town hall, and I mean this in good humor. That literally I was a referee, and this is what everybody trying to help.
Yeah, I can only imagine. I bet you it took longer to do the process and all the politics as opposed to all the detail and redoing the whole mural.
Yeah. Anyway, I'll be talking on August 19th, Historical Society, and the title of my story is "A Funny Thing Happened on the Way to the Town Hall."
Mark, one good one that you said though. There's fines involved. Who pays the fines? Us.
The taxpayers.
So you get the double whammy.
Yeah. And the thing is, you can bring the horse to water, but you cannot make them drink.
Right.
Because they're so stubborn. They're set in their ways, and they think they're always right.
Yes, that's sad when you have someone like that. We
You
can't
mean
always
they're
be
not?
right.
This
I mean,
is where the shots fired in 1776 should be happening now. But that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
okay.
All right.
Yeah, but our shots need to be ballots. Legal ballots.
Well,
That's right.
see,
So my follow-up to that story for the open meeting law violation is that that's going to be coming due from the Attorney General, and I hope to get it soon because I want to blow that top off.
Now, did I hear right too that the attorney that we have a new one because that one left? I think
They have
I heard
a
something to that effect. I'm not 100%
stable
sure.
of attorneys at Lehane and Company.
Right, okay.
And Lehane is no longer in charge
Right.
because they have the young people coming on
Right.
board. And I had this young lady
Right,
that
that's the one that was happening.
evaluated my complaint.
And she's moved on, I think, right?
I don't know where
I thought
she
that's
is.
what I heard. At last meeting, they said something about new person coming in. I'm not 100% sure if I'm right or wrong. I'm just. You
Well,
know,
she
being
was at
honest.
town meeting. I'm pretty sure
That was
But at the last meeting, they did say they got new
okay.
representation.
there's
That's
a
what
new
I
one.
heard.
There's
okay?
a new one.
But I don't know if it was that
There's a
lady
new
or not,
sheriff
you
in
know?
town.
Yes.
new sheriff in town.
Can't
So
wait.
public
In
access
other words, the
to
bill's going up.
public access to the board discussion continues to be lacking. Now, if you notice, several of us attend the select board meetings
Yes. As my, or watch it.
to
as much as we can.
participate or watch it on television. And the thing is, watching it on TV is like not being there because you can't say anything.
Well, that's
And
true.
the thing is, these people that are elected by us will not let us speak except on their terms of 3 minutes, and then you're shut off. So I mean, it's about time, and I have suggested to the several selectmen, and I use the term rightly, selectmen,
Okay.
that they should have office hours,
That's true, too.
one every other week, or one every, there's 4 or 5 of them. So in a month they can have, one every week
That's
at the
not a
senior
bad idea.
center
That's
to
not a bad
sit
idea.
down and
Not a
talk
bad
to
idea.
people.
It's a great idea, it won't work. Look, I've spent a fair amount of time meeting our select people. All right, nice people, no criticism.
Right.
It's just, again, my impression is they're all too busy with their careers, their family lives, so on and so forth. They don't come to a situation prepared, and now you expect them to have office hours on top of that? It's a great idea.
So why are they being elected?
Because our mechanism here has turned into a popularity contest rather than actually voting for people who have the right
Right.
attributes that you want in a
Lemming
politician.
votes.
Yeah, lemming votes, whatever you want to call it.
Lemming
Okay.
votes?
Well, yeah.
Well,
Well,
look, once again,
certain
you got me
people.
going.
I
You got
like
me
it.
going, okay?
Here we go again. Maybe we should pay him more money.
Yeah,
Oh, here we go
more
again.
money, yeah, more money. Okay, we had,
You like that one, huh?
not this last cycle, but the cycle before, we had 7 people competing for
Yes,
2
we did.
slots, okay?
Right.
Yeah.
And when you look back at that now, you realize that was really
Pathetic.
political maneuvering. all right?
Yes. Oh, yes.
To get the popular candidate back in.
That is correct.
All right, that's all that was. You had some people that had some really good ideas, some really good people involved in that. So you had 7 looking for 2 slots, and one of them was a popularity thing, and I forget what the other one turned out to be. But now this one, this was last month. We had one candidate. Okay,
no
nothing-
opposition.
No opposition. No, I'm not-
Incumbent
no.
candidate.
Yes,
Yeah.
but I'm not critiquing or complaining about the. How is it you go from so many people,
Yeah.
all right, to nobody?
I
Because
can
I-
tell you right now.
Because there was a select
There
candidate
was
in
2
the other
people
one. That's why.
running, right? There was who was running? I forget. I mean, incumbents.
Trask.
Trask and was it Bennett? Was it?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
It was those 2 running. So we had 2 people that said they wanted to run. So we were
You had 4.
we were helping
I
2.
think you had 4 that
No,
messed it up.
we had 2 people that were going to run against those 2. And then all of a sudden, all these people came out of the woodwork. And I ran and I talked to them. I said, hey, you're going to water down the vote. And,
That's exactly
and I
what
talked to all the other 3.
First
And
thing,
and they,
you have.
oh, no, I got a chance. I said, yeah, you may have a chance, but you're not going to win.
First thing you have to ask yourself is why have they decided at
Well,
that
exactly,
time
exactly,
to
exactly.
step in to a
Exactly.
position that it was not even
Yeah, exactly.
able to be won?
I know. See, you know what Danvers needs? Danvers needs another hero. We had a hero when you talk about people watching from home. Ken Brown was
Yes.
watching the selectmen's meeting at home, and he got so ticked off. He had his pajamas on. He hopped in the car and he drove down town hall and he blasted him. And then he ran for selectman and he won. And he was the man for the people.
That's right.
Yes,
At
but
the
what
time.
happened? What happens when we got in though? They gave him a hard time a lot of
Well,
different
well,
ways.
well,
Man.
Well,
Let me tell you
exactly,
something.
exactly.
We all got a hard time.
Believe me, that's the
If you're
thing.
not
man,
part
okay?
of the club, you got to get.
Don't you want to talk
If
about
you're
the
not part of the
I
club, you
know,
get clubbed,
but I'm
right?
just trying to tell you. Yeah.
All right, all right.
That's
So,
funny, but
Hey, get some order in this show,
really.
will you?
do I have to get a gavel?
I think you're gonna have to.
Be a good idea.
Okay. We have several items in here that I
But we
want.
really love this town, and we want it to go in the right direction. Honestly.
That's the thing.
That's the thing. I mean, honestly, we're not here to knock it down. We're here to make it better.
Well,
We're
let's.
trying to.
I don't know if we have time, but we'll leave this one for the next show.
Go ahead. What have you got to
The one thing that I have found in here is 2.5 overrides.
do? Oh, God.
Proposition 2.5 saves homeowners thousands, remains critical protection against soaring property taxes. Now, I have been attacked, and several of us have been attacked in regard of defending Prop 2.5, law, and that law has curtailed many. For the median Massachusetts homeowner, that translates into a property tax bill of roughly $6,896 right now. That's what the average bill is.
Where?
Without
Not in Danvers.
it's
There is one?
it's
That
close.
low?
It's close to that.
I
Well,
was,
that's the
Without
average.
Proposition 2.5, that same bill
Buy me that house, I
would
wanna buy it.
exceed $24,000 right now.
Really?
So because in the 80s, the tax bills were skyrocketing up and down. Whatever they felt that needed to be done, they would increase the tax, but never went down.
no, never does.
It always went up.
Same thing with the gas right now. It went up like crazy. It's going to take a long time to come down.
That's right. So Proposition 2.5 delivered decades of meaningful tax relief for Massachusetts homeowners. And the thing is that these studies, this was presented by Boston Globe, of all places.
That's an odd one.
I think this one is worth reading. I'm going to distribute this to our select board and our elected officials because this is a very good study.
Okay.
And maybe this will shut Mr. Gardner Trask up because it's not costing us any money when we defeat 2.5. All we do is prevent our taxes from going up.
No question about it. I mean,
So,
how much more money do they need?
Well, talking about Gardner Trask and budgets and money, all I can say is come November, when no one's paying attention, getting ready for Thanksgiving and Christmas, and they do the tax classification, Gardner Trask in his infamous speech he always gives during classification is, well, town meeting voted for this on the
Yes.
menu, and now we're going to have to pay the way.
Right, yes.
I know. That's
Passes the blames.
That's his statement every year. Okay, so I am going to continue this on 2.5 because I
Understood.
think if we go back to some of the green energy, the meeting that was held last week by invitation only.
I didn't
Was
get,
it? No, you could. Anybody
It was
could
by
rent-
invitation only. I never got
never
one.
got it.
Oh, yeah, but you could have called in.
I never got one.
Okay.
I
You
don't
didn't get
barge
one?
into meetings that are not my
Did you
none
get
of
an
my
email or something?
business.
I got a postcard.
Yes,
didn't
I
get one.
did.
Where?
Do you get a
Did-
postcard?
No,
Oh, I got a
Let me see that. I
postcard.
didn't get one.
They like
Here
you
it
better
is.
than you.
I got a postcard.
they like you
and then
better.
they asked you to register for it, and I did. And
Alright.
Alright.
you know, so
I
I'm
will
listening.
not register for those damn things
So I
because all they want to
got it in
know
the mail?
is the
yeah,
contact.
yeah, there's
Okay.
I don't think I got one.
Can we? I want to say something about
Go
this
ahead,
because
shoot.
You know, I mean, during the meeting, I didn't say anything, but.
Where was it held?
It was a Zoom meeting.
Oh,
so
Zoom
you
meeting.
just called in, and there was a lot of, I mean, yeah, there was
where's it
20.
held,
There was
though?
29 people, and they were, all from Danvers in there, except for the people that were running the meeting.
29 people and 149 were invited because all the town meeting members got an invitation.
And so to
didn't get an
follow up
invitation.
on this, there's
didn't
going to
get
be
one.
a meeting next Wednesday night that's kind of on the same lines as this, which is called the what? It's the land use management meeting.
Oh, this is
Summit, the summit.
When is that?
That's next Wednesday night at
Where?
it's at the senior center. Yeah,
Oh my God! I hope they fix the. I hope they get the mics
So
fixed
one
over there.
one thing that got me during the meeting when they talked is that they said that this is based on data and information and that we've since 2014 or something because of the climate crisis. Okay, and so I'm saying, I mean, everybody thinks that if you don't think that the climate crisis is real, then you're a whack job or something else. New York Post, May 17th, 2026. Okay, we've all heard it, but no, you don't hear it because they don't report this stuff. Scientists have ditched their high-end doomsday scenario of the consequences of climate change. They're just scaring the heck out of you. Yeah, there may be some consequence, but it's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world. We're basing this on junk science.
It's a way to get more money out of us. I hate to tell you.
When you look at the models, it's just like trying to track a hurricane. When you watch the weather news and they have all those spaghetti strands going up. Oh, it might go this way, it might go that way. You know, it's coming this way, and then none of them are right. The hurricane goes where it wants to go. The same thing with these climate control things. They got all these spaghetti strands, and none of them are really accurate. There's too many variables. They can't.
All right,
that.
so that's coming up next week.
What time is that? Announce it now so we know.
I don't know. You got to look it up. Go to the town hall website.
I'll find out.
Go to the town hall
so
website.
Wednesday, next Wednesday, look for the meeting.
June 17th.
Okay. It's
June
probably
17th.
7 o'clock, and that's at the senior center, we understand.
That is correct.
All right.
That is
Okay.
correct.
We
Which
may
is in
have to-
conflict with the Republican committee meeting. So,
Well, that's intentional.
you know, you're probably right. They don't want me there. They don't want me to. That's why I was going to go and read this.
See? There's always a reason behind something.
Oh, I see airport. You might actually get there.
Airport, yeah.
Yay!
Bill
You
is
gotta go to the
up,
airport?
and this is your time now.
Oh, yeah.
But the thing is, what I wanted to introduce it is, I've put together a Danvers residents need help to suppress the FAA intrusion from the Beverly Airport onto our town. And the thing is that the federal government, which is the FAA, Seth Moulton, and Mr. Lynch, the representative, are trying to do something, but Mr. Moulton has been promising this quiet skies scenario for 5 or 6 years now, but he even did not sign on to this bill. And they can't get their act together to form this committee. So, Bill, go on.
Let me take this, okay?
Yeah.
I don't know how many times I've said this to how many people, but the whole issue we're talking about here is not the FAA. It really boils back to the previous airport manager, Gloria, whose last name I forget at this time.
Bullion.
Yeah, Bullion, okay? The FAA is, the purpose of a government is to provide infrastructure. If you come up with a good idea and they look at it and it makes sense, they go like, yeah, it makes sense with us. They'll come up with a pot of money and go, here you go. Well, she came from Pittsfield, Massachusetts, a real Sleepy Hollow airport, the far western part of the state. She came here. She looked at Beverly Airport. Demands for Boston is going way up. There really isn't any other airports in our immediate area to kind of match up to the needs.
Hanscom.
Well, Hanscom's another issue into itself. That's already Massport. The thing being is, she wanted to turn Beverly Airport into the next jetport.
Yes.
Okay, and she beat the drum. Okay, now by whatever means she was able to promote that, she did. Okay, but whether she was a dynamic businesswoman, whatever, it could be for
Okay.
a number of reasons. But she came up with this idea, and nobody fought it. Nobody pushed back on it. You're the only person I know who fought back against her. Okay. So anyway, she set that ball rolling. She was such a flop, a real certified flop,
yeah.
okay, that she wound up being eventually terminated. And nobody stopped and said, hey, what have we set into motion here? No one ever did that,
And there's still lawsuits going on.
okay? So what you've got is you've got the bureaucracy just doing its thing. The wheels are rolling, doing it very nice. I think very, very highly of our current airport manager. He's a great guy. He can produce a spreadsheet like nobody I know. He does a great job. He collects
Yes.
data. It's wonderful.
Yeah, he got
this
numbers
is
like crazy.
This is like watching a train going off into a wall or something like that. He's going to predict how fast it's going to hit, exactly what it's going to hit, how many cash. It's great, and that's not a criticism. But the thing is, the bureaucracy takes over. It goes back to her, and nobody stopped it, and then nobody investigated. And
So-
Moulton, this
so
guy
what
is
do we
a
do
complete
now?
waste of time.
So what do we do now?
It's
I told
kind
you
of too
guys
late.
what to do. I told you what to do, and the name of the game is you have to go into a broadcast. When I say broadcast, I mean to multiple agencies at a time and state your case. And I told you what the case is, and you have to use some pretty strong language to get their attention, and you have to get all their attentions at the same time. That's what should have happened. That's what still could happen.
The town was sleeping at the
town
time.
was sleeping. The town was sleeping. Nobody was paying attention.
No one paid
And
attention. Well, they had the people pushing behind the thing.
All
That's
right,
why.
Tony, if I can just for a
No,
second.
I understand. I apologize. I'm just, I
No,
want to
no,
get my
you're
2 cents
right.
in.
You're right. But
I
I don't know
apologize.
how many times I went before the
No, I
select
understand.
board.
I am
okay,
sorry.
they don't want to hear it. They don't
No.
know anything about it. So there's your
No, I
pot
know.
of power. They did nothing. You present something to them, nothing. When there was at one point they actually wanted to do away with the representation of Danvers to the
Right.
airport board. Okay,
That's right.
and they couldn't even see the purpose for that. That's representation. That's taxation without representation. All boiled down to classic scenario, classic textbook. Okay, and they couldn't even see that.
Well, the thing is that right now we're at a crossroads because the Beverly Airport has been getting away with everything, and
Yes.
what they're totally ignoring the residents of Danvers.
Well,
Yes.
And the Danvers residents are suffering, and even yourself, today, are we having more jets flying
Yes.
over our head?
Well, let me.
Yes,
which-
there is.
which
There's
the
quite a few
question
going
I-
out of there.
the comment I
5:30 in the
wanted to
morning.
respond to. Okay. Every month we go to the meeting at the airport, and Gabe, who's a great guy, I really like him, and he is really a fantastic airport manager. And that kid's going someplace. He's not going to be the airport manager there forever. I'm telling you, I can see his path ahead. He's on to bigger and better, and he's doing a very good job of being an excellent paper pusher. The bureaucracy has set into motion, and he's playing the game very well. And it's not a game, that's not an insult, but he knows what has to be done to satisfy the bureaucracy.
Yes.
Okay? But the one thing that comes up every month is about noise complaints. Noise complaints. It's like there's two different worlds. There's the noise complaints they get, and then there's the comments I get. Two totally different stories, completely different stories. They got people, the same people complaining time after time about the single engine aircraft. Nobody ever talks to me about that. Everyone talks to me about the jets. I've gotten polite calls at 8 o'clock in the morning. Hey, Bill, did you hear that? Yeah, I heard it. Okay, just want to know if you heard it. I go to car shows. I go to gun shops. I go to a number of places. People want to talk to me about that. I hear about jets. You go to the airport, no one puts a complaint in about the jets. You explain that one to me. Don't take it to me. Obviously, I'm not getting anywhere with it. You got to take it to them so it actually gets on their precious little.
Well, I do remember at one of the meetings. I mean, there's an app for that. You can measure the what do you call it? The decibel readings.
No,
right?
you can
So
go on
when-
and take
so
a look
when-
at the flights.
Well, I'm just saying
and check all
that,
that
if
stuff,
someone's
believe me.
complaining about noise, they should be able to have their phone and click the meter and say at this date and time, this is what happened.
Listen,
It gets more
You
complicated.
have to.
Here,
That's
can
the
I just
only
give you
way
a
it's gonna
scenario?
go. You got to
Let me give you a
feed the
scenario.
beast.
wait a minute, let
The
Tony-
reason being is we've been lucky lately, okay? You know why we've been lucky? Because I'm out at that airport like you won't believe. Like I have the radio on all the time. I know what's going on. The winds have not been our way. Last couple of days, the winds have been our way. The noise has come back, okay? It's been good for a while, okay? It's going to get worse. The reason why it's going to get worse, when they start this project,
Atmosphere.
well, they're going to be running our runway constantly. I'm telling you right now, that's when all the people are going to start complaining, and that's the time to film, and that's the time to get everything squared away, okay? Because we need representation on this, okay? I don't know what to do. And it's like you said, it's too late.
So,
Well, that's what the new guy said. Your buddy there is that it's all about the prevailing winds, right?
yes.
Right.
Okay, so that's
Well,
what,
let-
that
hold-
depends
Hold
on
it,
what
hold
runway
it,
they
hold
use.
it. Let's clarify that. Prevailing winds when they have to have the prevailing winds. Now, when this runway gets shut down, forget the prevailing winds. They're going to be on this runway
It's
anyways.
great.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
All right,
Only
so
when they want it.
One thing that we
Holy
need to
crap.
do is we're
Yeah, we have
wrapping
no
up,
sign.
I know.
and we're out of time. But I think next show, which
Listen.
is going to be on the 25th of June.
Let's do a moment of silence for Mark McDermott.
McDermott,
okay?
yes.
Half flag. Let's do that right now, okay? He was a town meeting member. I know that he was in the service.
He
and stuff,
was,
so
and he's
let's-
been a very
yes.
good friend.
Yes.
Time to say goodbye, Mark.
Yes.
Say goodbye. It's 11 seconds to go. We have plenty of time. So the thing is, gentlemen, thank you very much, and
250, baby, 250.
go.
Thank you
And
for
why
having the
don't
show.
try your hat. That's even better.
All right.
Thank you very much, Danvers, and we'll see you on June 25th.
We're gonna get sued, or we okay?